Hello and welcome to the next fitness show. My name is Alexis Craig. You are here for, turns out this is episode, I believe it's 103. Last week I misreported the episode. Whoops. Um, and we're gonna have a great show today. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful for your presence and just for all the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so this is a production of The Next Fitness Thing. We are a wellness platform online, and you can totally join us. You can check us out on all the socials at The Next Fitness Thing, and you can find us at thenextfitnessthing.com. We have a lot of offerings that are totally free, and we also have a lot of ways to go deeper with us as well. All right. So if you are here live right now, then I really encourage you to let me know that you're here. So jump into the live chat if you're here live and say, hey. The only way I know if you're here live is if you actually say hi. Otherwise, you're just a number on the screen. So far, I can see that Donna D and Aaron and Lisa B. All right. Hi, Lisa B and Mom are here. Cool. That's great. But there's like 12 people or something here live. So who else is here? Daniela is here. All right. That's awesome. Cool. And we have a really, really excellent topic that we're going to be talking about, which is shifting into spring. We also have a mid-show stretch break, which is a chance for you to actually get your stretch on a little bit and to get into your body instead of just sitting here watching or listening or whatever you're doing. We will go through a move of the week, which is a chance for us to break down a move that you've probably seen before and talk a little bit about how to do it better. And then we have announcements from the next fitness thing as well. Okay, so stay to the end. We've got some really fun stuff to announce this week. All right, Edie just got here saying hi. Hello, Edie. Great to see you. Okay, so let's do this thing. Let's see. Just so you know, I am really grateful for all of you being patient with me, especially at this time. Last week I talked a lot about, personal sharing about what's been going on in my world. I'm still operating at probably less than 50% of my normal mental capacity. So, thank you for giving me grace along the way, and especially if I don't know, if there's some way that I haven't been showing up in the full way that I normally would, like accidentally sharing my entire screen in this show and things like that. I'm just not quite all the way fully back. So just so you know. So thank you for your grace around that. Jennifer, all right. Jennifer's here saying hello. Great. And Kelly says hi too. Oh, I'm so happy to see you guys. Hey, welcome. This is awesome. All right, so it is time to talk about shifting into spring. Now, to be honest, when is the spring equinox? It depends who you ask. It depends who you ask. So, um, honestly, the spring equinox, the full to the moment scientific spring equinox, is basically right now. It, I believe, was about an hour ago. So the exact moment of equal light and dark, of the exact time that the Earth is in the position of the vernal equinox, is literally within 2 hours of this moment right now. So we are here actually in the spring equinox right now together. That is so exciting. And what does that actually mean? I mean, we know that it means that it's the start of spring, as long as you're in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, then it's the start of autumn. Yay. Um, but it also means that this is the halfway point between winter and summer. It means that if winter if the winter solstice is the darkest day and the summer solstice is the lightest day, this is the exact halfway point in between. So it's this time of balance between light and dark. It's also this time when things are coming to life. So we're going to talk a lot in the show today about what does this actually mean for you in your health? What does it mean for you in your body, even in your fitness habits, especially because this is a fitness show. So if you have something that you're really excited about it, the start of spring, I'd love to know what that is. What are you the most excited about knowing that spring has sprung officially in this moment right now? Happy spring. Yay. Winter is over. Marissa says hi everyone, and it's your mom's birthday today. Happy birthday, Toby, Marissa's mom. Yay. Edie says happy birthday, Marissa's mom. Awesome. All right. So, one thing I will say with this is the energy is definitely shifting. Now, the word on the street is that every single state in the United States is going to have extreme weather this week, one way or the other. So it may be that you're not really fully feeling spring yet. And it may be that you are more than feeling spring right now. I will say I am visiting my parents in Southern California right now, and it's like 100 degrees. It's like we skipped spring and we're just full on in summer right now. And I know that I've been teaching class and having a lot of you guys from all over the US taking my class and saying, oh, it's total blizzard right now. It's absolutely freezing. And I know that, I mean, is Aaron in here right now? Yep. Hi, Aaron. Aaron took the class this morning and was like a beautiful day walking outside in the sunshine. So it could be anywhere in between. That said, the energy is shifting. Maybe I'm talking about the light and the dark, but also just the feeling in the air. Can you feel it? I can really feel it's like palpable, feeling that it doesn't feel like winter anymore, at least here. It actually is really feeling like there's this little twinkle of opportunity. There's this feeling of newness. I know that at my house in Northern California, all of the deer are pregnant right now. You can just feel the excitement in the air and all of these mama deers walking around with the big bellies. And, I've just been seeing it through photos. I can't wait to go home and see. But there's, green grass and blossoms on the trees. So what does it look like in your area of the world right now? I'd love to know. Are you having blossoms on the trees and green grass? Are you dealing with, still digging out from the snow? What does it look like for you right now? Nice. What's happening? Kelly says that she's really excited about gardening, right? Yeah, totally. What are you planting? I would love to know. I'd love to know. Erin says, I love the longer daylight and the warmer weather. I hate winter. I hear you. I hear you. I know it's really cold there too. Yep. And Edie is excited for spring fruit. Okay. Yeah. What is the spring fruit that you're excited about? I want to know. And what else? Jennifer says, it has been such a long winter here. Glad for spring and so much sunshine today. Yay! Nice. Nice. Jennifer also says we had blizzards earlier this week. It is melting now. So there is lots of brown and mud. It's mud season. Yeah. Yeah, right? I mean, that's kind of part of it is to have to wade through the mud knowing that that is what's going to be the environment that's going to be growing all of the beauty out of the mud, right? Exactly. Exactly. Aaron says, no blooming yet. We probably will still get some cold. Yeah, I bet you will. The other thing I just want to mention is that when anything that you're seeing happening on the external world is can be seen as this reflection of what's going on in your internal world, right? So if what you're seeing externally is that there's a bunch of mud going on and it's like, okay, it's starting to get sunnier, but at the same time, that means that there's mud everywhere. Just I would invite you to feel into what does that actually look like in your own experience. There's what I would read from that is that there's some way that you're feeling like hopeful and bright, and at the same time that there's still a bunch to navigate and maybe even to clean up, and that it's not, it's like a bit of a toss up. It's like you have to take the good with the bad together, right? Um, I would say in here, I'm in Southern California right now. It is hot. It is like super hot. Even I heard in San Francisco it's super hot and nobody has air conditioning there. So I shouldn't say nobody, but not most people don't. It's like this feeling that things are heating up in a certain way, right? So I'd just be really curious what it means for you. One thing I'm going to mention with this, especially if you have been in a deep freeze, whether we're talking about the deep freeze of the weather or just kind of like the darkness of the winter, I would encourage you to allow yourself to take your time to melt. And you know, this can mean anything from just, letting the outside world do have its process around melting the snow outside, like what Jennifer's talking about with the mud. But it can honestly also mean that if you've been in winter mode for months and you've been kind of locking yourself in your house trying to stay warm and maybe not really getting outside that much or whatever, I'm just offering you permission to take your time to warm up to shifting your energy. That it doesn't, you don't have to just all of a sudden flip a switch and be like, yeah, and now we wear a bathing suit. Like, nature has a lot of wisdom around this shifting of the seasons and allowing things to take time to transition between one state of being and the other. So, I'm just inviting you to allow yourself to have the similar process. And maybe you just want to go out and stand on the porch a little bit and drink your coffee out there. Maybe you want to go for just a little walk and walk out to, the end of the block and back or something like that instead of committing to do a full-on 5K tomorrow, right? So I'm just inviting you to recognize that it is this time to transition to spring and just allow yourself the space to have a transition without needing to just flip a switch from one to the other. Yeah, what's happening in the chat? Erin says no blooming. Oh, we talked about that. And Kelly says that she is planting veggies. Nice, planting the veggies. I love it. Cool. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about with it being spring is it's perfect that Kelly is talking about this right now, that it is the time to plant seeds. Now, it might be where your physical location is, whether or not it's actually the time to start your garden, you know that better than I do. And it really depends where you live, right? I know that in Northern California, where I live, it's like we've been selling plants at the farmer's market in the past year or something. And it's like within a 1 hour drive, is the difference between whether you're going to plant in February or in June, basically. And so as far as your garden, when the time is to plant the seed. And I just also want to offer that this is this time where the energy is ripe for you to actually plant seeds in your life, not just in your garden. So if there's something that you've been wanting to manifest, if there's a change that you've been wanting to call in, if there is a new way of being that you are inviting into your life, this is the time where the this is a time where things are fertile and conducive to this kind of energy. So what would be the seed that you would want to plant right now in your life? Like, I can say for myself that, especially in this past season of months of my own life, it has felt pretty dark and it has felt very inward and it's felt like I need to stay inside and just take care of my family in this small little container. And so for me, I'm planting the seed of being able to go out, being able to go outside, being able to like go out and not only take care of everyone else, but to also take care of me. And so that's the seed I'm planting right now, is coming back to myself. So what's the seed that you're planting right now? I would even say that I know we did a lot around what your intentions are for 2026. And we also talked right at the new year, like January 1st, around what your word is for the year or your resolutions or that kind of thing, right? Well, in a lot of traditions, the new year is today. So this time between January 1st and now is this transitional time. I would actually offer that the new year is not this instantaneous moment of just shifting from one year to the other. It really is this transition from the winter to the spring. this is the time when things are new. So if you've been feeling like whatever intention you set for 2026 has not really been happening yet, you're still right on schedule. It's the new year right now. So you took that time from January until now to kind of figure out what you wanted, and now you plant the seed. So go ahead, and I would even encourage you to physically plant some kind of seeds at this time to kind of represent whatever it is that you're looking to manifest in your world. So maybe I plant something easy that you know how to grow. Of course, you can plant something you never tried before too. Um, if you're thinking, there's no way I can plant anything right now, it's not the right time of year, or it's still cold outside, it's freezing, maybe you can plant something in a window, like a little something in a window. Doesn't have to be outside. I know for us, when we're planting at my house, we've been starting just seed starting in the house. And then we've been transitioning from the sprouting, and then they go into their little baby pots. And then once they have all the little sprouts in the baby pots, then they go into the next size pot, right? And then they start getting hardened outside. So they may not be ready to go outside, but they're ready to sprout a little life right now. All right, what's happening in the chat? Edie is saying, we all encourage you to take care of yourself. That's your seed. Aaron says, totally agree. Thank you, Edie. Yeah, totally. Hearing you, with you. Yeah. Hmm. I have to say, I really appreciate how this relationship that we have in this community is so symbiotic. It's like, it's not just like, oh, I'm here to be this, you know, person to tell you what to do and boss you around. It's like a two-way street, you know? Like, I ask the questions, and the wisdom a lot of times comes from you. And also, just the support is coming from you for each other and for me. So I have tears in my eyes. I love that about this community so much. So thank you. Thank you for encouraging me to take care of myself. And that goes for all of you, not just for me. Okay, the other thing I just want to say about spring right now is now this is really this time when things start to grow, and it's when things produce starts to be good. Okay, it's just the beginning of when the produce actually starts to be good. So, what are you excited about for spring? I will say for me, strawberries is one of the things I get so excited about at this time of the year, especially this year since it's really, really hot in California early. We are going to have the strawberries are probably already happening right now. So, strawberries. Yes, we just were talking about artichokes in class the other day. So artichokes are spring harvest. Um, Asparagus is a spring harvest. The radishes could be good anytime it's cold. So this is definitely a radish time right now. The greens too, the spinach, the arugula. I love that. Oh my gosh, mustard, so good. All those good greens. What are you so super excited about for as far as the spring, the harvest? I would love to know what's good in your neck of the woods. Okay, my mom is here in the chat saying it's hard to focus on me. I am a caregiver. I hear you. And it's even more needed, even more needed. Gotta allow yourself to take care of yourself. I know it's challenging. I know it is. I'm right there with you, Mom. That's why we're in it together. For me, for spring harvest, I'd say strawberries are probably the thing I'm the most excited about, but I am also really excited about the greens. I love mustard greens. I love eating the greens straight out of the garden. That is my favorite thing. The greens that you grow in the garden and eat straight out of the garden taste so much better than anything that you get out of the store. And it's like as soon as you swallow it, you can just feel the goodness in your body. You could just feel it nourishing. So good. Okay, so that's it for spring. And I'm just going to say if there's some kind of fitness goal, we are going to have a fitness challenge coming up in a couple weeks. I'm not announcing it today. I'm just letting you know that we have something exciting coming really soon. And in the meantime, this is a good time for you to just really get really clear about what you want. Start making sure that your habits are on point. And if you are down to go outside, if it's starting to warm up, this is a great chance for you to start showing up to walking class, whether that's live or on replay, and get outside. Go for your walk. Enjoy the fresh air. Enjoy. And even if it's still cold where you live, as long as it's safe, I would still encourage you to start going outside sooner the better so that you can really experience the transition of the seasons as you go outside. Nice. Aaron says the strawberries have been tasty lately and priced nice. Right, exactly. Right. I know these days you can basically get strawberries anytime, but they don't always taste the same. And the price, it could be like so different depending on when. I got you. So guess what? It is time for the mid-show stretch break. All right, we have a really awesome stretch for you here today, and oops. Today's stretch features trainer Kathy. So I encourage you to stand up. If you're not standing up, stand up. And our stretch today is Ragdoll. This is one of the best. I love this stretch. It's basically a forward fold. So stand up. You can do it with your feet together, or you can do it your feet as wide as you choose. And then hinge forward from your hips and just hang forward like a rag doll. It's okay to have your knees bent. The video shows Kathy grabbing opposite elbows, and she's swaying it out a little bit, shaking her head out a little bit, swaying from side to side, shaking her head around a little bit from side to side. This is a chance for you to decompress your spine. It's also a chance for you to stretch up the backs of your legs. And getting upside down is one of the best things that you can do for your health. And if, getting up into a handstand or something isn't really in the cards for you right now, something like this rag doll is a great chance for you to get upside down in a way that's really accessible. If it feels better for you to release your hands and just let them flop on the ground, that's cool. Do that. And then I would encourage you, if you're here in this rag doll right now, to nod your head yes, 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 yes. And then shake it out. No, 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 no. Kind of ear to shoulder, whatever. One more time. Yes. Say it out loud. Yes, yes, yes. And then bend your knees and roll one vertebra at a time. Roll it up, roll it up, roll it up, all the way up, all the way up. And your head comes last. Ah, nice. All right, that was the rag doll. What's happening here in the chat? Mom is saying to encourage a friend to join you. There you go. Yeah, come to class and encourage your friend to join you. Please do. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. All right, with that, our next, give me 1 second. I'm getting it together. Promise. There we go. Okay, we did our stretch break. So now is the time for the move of the week. The move of the week is a very classic move. This is something you've probably done, you've definitely seen, you've certainly heard of. And today in our move of the week, we are going to feature trainer Fernando. So here is Fernando, and he is performing the bench press. This is a dumbbell bench press that he's showing. Now, the only thing that makes it a bench press is that his back is on the bench. This is also known as a chest press because you're lying on your back and pressing up using your chest. If you don't have a bench, you can lie on the floor and do the chest press lying on the floor instead. That's totally cool. Okay. Now, what do I want to show you with this? One thing is, honestly, there are a lot of different styles that you can do with the bench press. What I'm looking for here is that the elbows, when they come down toward the ground, are as far as the placement of the elbows relative to the head and the hips. They're maybe even with the shoulders or a little closer to the hips, but they're not above the shoulders. So I'm going to take the share off for a second so you can see. This is what I'm talking about here. When you bend your elbows, you want them to be even with your shoulders, maybe a little lower than your shoulders, even though lower isn't really the right word, closer to your hips, not above. So if your elbows are way up here, that's no good in your bench press. Make sure your shoulders stay down. Okay, down relative to your body. The other thing I just want to show you on this bench press is that Fernando is choosing here to only bend his elbows back to where his shoulders are. So he's not dropping his elbows all the way down to the ground. That's a choice. I would personally encourage you to do full range of motion unless you have pain. So I would say if you can bend your elbows even more so that the weights kind of touch your chest, do it. I would encourage that. There are some reasons to do partial range of motion. The main reason I would say to do that though is if you have an injury, at least if you're just for general fitness purposes. Okay. In weightlifting competition, they encourage you to arch your back in the chest press. So they're like arching their back off of the bench and making this space under their back. There are some reasons you might want to try that. One would be it essentially allows your shoulders to be in this rotated position slightly. And I'm sure that from a maximal strength performance perspective, there are advantages to doing it that way. As far as for your spine, I would encourage you to keep a neutral spine when you do the bench press. Keep a neutral spine. You can play with it for yourself. I guess what I'm trying to say is if you tend to arch your back in the bench press, you're not really doing it wrong. But if what you really want to train here is core strength as part of what the bench press is, I would say keep a neutral spine, like keep your back kind of on the bench. Now, I will say for me, I actually kind of sometimes have a hard time keeping a neutral spine when my feet are on the floor. Because you can see your feet are on the floor, and that means your hips are really open. It's great if you can do that. For me, sometimes I like to put my feet on the bench while I'm doing the bench press. Now, it makes it a lot harder to do that balance-wise. So I would only suggest that if you feel confident balance-wise to put your feet up on the bench. But for the purposes of being able to kind of force the neutral spine and get a little bit more ab engagement, that's why I like to do it that way. One more thing to mention with the bench press is you can choose to have your elbows in a variety of different positions. Fernando's doing this with his elbows up even with the shoulders. You could do it with your elbows down, brushing your sides with your palms facing one another. And you could even rotate through the range of motion. If you feel safe to rotate through the range of motion, I honestly think that there's a lot of advantages to doing it that way. So, especially around shoulder stability. So, if shoulder stability is important to you and you feel safe to be able to rotate through the range of motion, that's what I would probably recommend. That was a lot. So let's kind of leave it at that. I would love to know what you think about the bench press. Do you have any strong feelings about it? Do you like it when this move shows up? Do you dread it? The only other thing I'm going to say about this is once you're confident in your form, go heavy with this. Do you want to push up? Go heavy with the bench press. I'm not talking about 2 pounds. I'm not even talking about 5 pounds. Maybe you need to do it with 5 pounds, like if you have a shoulder issue or something. But like, I'm typically, you shouldn't go off of me, but I mean, I'm bench pressing as much as I can stand for 10 to 15 reps. So I'm usually choosing 20 pounds and more in each hand. If you were to bench press the bar, the barbell with no weight on it. The barbell with no weight on it weighs 45 pounds. So that is 22 and a half pounds in each hand to push just the bar with no weight on it. So I would personally set that as a goal to be able to push 22 and a half pounds if you're using dumbbells in each hand as like, you know, maybe it's a reach goal for you, but I would encourage you to get there. All right, what's happening? The chat? Nothing much. All right, cool. All right. So with that, it is time for some announcements. If you have not been practicing the bench press and you want to, I would encourage you to come to HIIT and upper body, or come to our upper body 10, or come to strength and cardio class. All or strength 25. Those classes are Next Fitness Thing offerings that we have on a weekly basis, and that move comes up regularly in those classes. Also, just saying, if you're going to join our next challenge coming up, you're going to want to be practicing that move, so go ahead and get comfortable with it now. All right, here we go. So let's go through some announcements. Our first announcement is that the Spring Equinox community event is taking place tomorrow. This is on Saturday, March 21st. I am leading this. It's at 8 o'clock in the morning Pacific, and I hope you can come. This class is totally free, so if you want to invite a friend or whoever you might want to invite, you can encourage them to go to thenextfitnessthing.com slash spring equinox, and they can sign up totally free. No credit card, nothing like that. They can just join for free. This will be up as a replay as well, so if you are going to miss it, you can still take it as a replay. And I will be taking you through not only a fun walk for you to do, but also a bit of a process for you to feel this renewal of the spring. And we will also be talking about spring equinox in cultures all around the world, from ancient times to today, and really how did our ancestors honor this time. So it's going to be fun. I love the spring equinox. All right, our next announcement is, this is actually the most exciting announcement right now. The True Crime Walk is amazing. If you have never taken the True Crime Walk, definitely check it out. The True Crime Walk is led by Anna, our team leader. She puts so much into this. It is really, really fun. It's exciting, and it's like enlightening, sometimes a little scary. But we made a new webpage for the True Crime Walk, so check it out. It is thenextfitnessthing.com/truecrime. This has so far on it a catalog of the past, all of 2025 plus 2026 so far, of all of the episodes of the True Crime Walk are on there. They're all linked on there. So you can click right there to go and find the class. We will continue cataloging them, so we will go back even further than 2025, but that's what we have so far. And if you know someone who might be into this, who maybe isn't that into a fit, like joining the whole thing, the whole Next Fitness Thing membership, or maybe this is just something they might want to try and take a little bite out of before they would commit to something like that. We're offering access to the True Crime Walk for $5. So they can take one episode of it for $5. And that also helps to allow for Anna to get some revenue share for so much work that she's putting into this. So check it out, thenextfitnessthing.com/truecrime. The True Crime Walk is always live the first Sunday of the month. So we still have a couple more weeks before the next episode comes out in April, but check it out. And this website is awesome and really fun. Daniela says, love True Crime Walk. And Jennifer says, True Crime Walk is a favorite. Totally. Edie says, yes, it is. Jennifer and Daniela, totally. I'm 100% on board with you with that. All right. And Melissa, okay, so I want to just, I know I announced this last week, but I'm just gonna keep shouting out Melissa. Melissa's class is really fun, and she is now a trainer. She has gone through the certification to become a bar instructor, and she's also teaching walking for us. So Melissa is now on the schedule weekly on Wednesdays. Her bar class is at 4:30 p.m. Pacific, followed by a walking class at 5 p.m. Pacific on Wednesdays. So check it out. I'm adjusting the times of what classes are happening after that just a little bit. This past week, I put yoga after the Wednesday class, but I'm going to be moving the yoga to Tuesday and then putting the Tuesday class after on Wednesday. It's not a big change or anything. I'm just letting you know. Um, Anyway, I really encourage you to check out Melissa's class. It's really fun and Melissa is putting a lot into it and be there. My mom and I took that class last week. It was great. All right. Jennifer says, "Yeah, Melissa. Yeah, totally." And also, just so you know, on our website, we also moved Melissa's bio to the trainer section. So, congratulations, Melissa. We're really proud of you. All right, what else we got? Oh, the Discord. Okay, I'm still ramping up on this a little bit, but the Discord is about to be a lot more active. So if you're not in the Discord server yet, I would encourage you to get in there. I will put a link to the Discord server in this video. So if you are new to the Next Fitness thing, then check it out and look for the link below. Okay, and then our last announcement is book club. So it's not this weekend, but it's the following weekend. If you have not started reading or listening to the book, now is the time. Get on it. The book this month in March is Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and Anna will be leading the book club. It's on Sunday, March 29th at 1 p.m. Pacific. You still have over a week to get reading or listening, so check it out. Is anybody reading this yet? I'd love to know what you think of this book. I haven't started yet. All right. And that brings us to the end of this show. I do want to say next week I have a guest on the show. Her name is Cricket, and she is going to be talking about her experience. She's a coach, and she's going to be talking about her experience of um, leaving alcohol behind in her life and what that has looked like and the changes that have come about along the way for her with that. So I'm really excited to talk to her. Cricket is someone who I met not the previous platform, but the previous platform that was like the baby of the previous platform. I met her through that. She was a walk and learn contributor years ago, and we've stayed in touch ever since. And she hung out with me in Tahoe, so I feel like she's actually my friend in real life too. And I've actually been witness to her process along all of this, and I'm really, really looking forward to hearing more about it and also sharing it with you. So that's next week. We're gonna have a guest. Yay! If there's someone who you would like to be a guest on this show, or if you would like to be the guest, please reach out. You can reach out at tnft at thenextfitnessthing.com and let me know who would you like to see on here. I would be happy to invite them and see if they'd like to come. All right, have a wonderful week. Jennifer's saying it's a cute book, and Erin said that she loved the book. All right, cool. That's good to know. All right, have a wonderful week. I hope to see you tomorrow for spring equinox and all the other things too. Take good care, and next week I can't wait to be back with you here on the show. All right, love you, team. Happy Friday. Happy spring. Bye. Time to dance it out. Let's go dance.